Thank you for your patience. So, yes, we have, yeah, we were quite on time, but then, yeah, clearly the last talk by Matis was very, very interesting. So, yeah, now time has really run out. I think people here have remained only few people. So maybe we can just have a last word of greetings. So what I had thought to do for the last presentation was to talk a little bit more about ScientistRebellion and how ScientistRebellion is putting in a way in practice civil disobedience. So I had prepared some, not these graphs, but another presentation in which, well, again there was yeah, an attempt to, in a way, theorize civil disobedience, and of course these are the slides that maybe many of you have already watched. It's slides that Charlie Gardner has prepared, in which he talks about different models in which scientists can influence politics and society, and they don't seem to work. So one model is that the scientists generate information which is taken into account by the leaders of the society in order to make good decisions. But here at the COP it's quite clear that this model, this idea doesn't work. And the other idea is that scientists warn people, so tell people about the danger, and then people create a movement that fight against this danger. But this is also not quite the case. And so, in a way, civil disobedience is another tool which we as ScientistRebellion believe is very important in order to bring about change. And so I think a lot of our actions are inspired by the suffragette movement, who, as I said before, had to struggle very long, but they did it with real civil disobedience. You know, there is a difference between, of course, staying within the law and going outside the law. There is also a difference between civil and uncivil disobedience. So I think the suffragette also did uncivil disobedience, what you could call uncivil disobedience. And I think, yes, ScientistRebellion is also not shy with respect to that. Yes, I think we can skip that now, and so I just wanted to show some of the photos from our last action in April. So I think ours was one of probably the first action, the first global action involving scientists all around the world. So we were active in 28 different countries around the world, and many of these countries, 8 countries, were from Africa. Many countries from South America as well. Asia was a little bit difficult, so in countries like China, India, it's of course difficult to start civil protest and non-violent action. Maybe in India something will be come up soon, but I think we can be proud for what we have done. So these are photos from European actions. This was in Germany, probably some of you were there. And also we were active outside of Europe, so here we have photos from the US, from Australia, and from Africa. As I said, there was a strong presence in Africa. Actually, some people in Zimbabwe really, I think, risked quite a lot because they went against a company that was doing exploitation of exploitation of resources, because we know how risky it is for people doing this type of actions in developing countries. So yeah, this is really a brief overview of ScientistRebellion, and I wanted to ask Nana maybe to give a final word, so really to tell us what are the difficulties, what has been achieved, in Germany, but also in the international movement. And this would be, of course, also the chance to greet ourselves and maybe also to congratulate ourselves. Maybe we shouldn't do it, but it's been a long day, so I thank, of course, all of the participants in this event. So, Nana, over to you with some last impressions and some words of greetings. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Gianluca. Yeah, hi, for those who might not know me, my name is Nana, I'm a biologist, and I've been active with ScientistRebellion for 1.5 years now. So from when we started very little in Germany with just 2 people doing our first action in Berlin up to now. So it's been quite a ride and quite exhausting at times. And yeah, also for me, civil disobedience was something completely new, something that is not easy for me, something that I was very much scared of because it is so new and the consequences seem quite unpredictable, which makes it harder. And you really have to kind of like grow into it. But you also find the best people in activism and you make new friends, and that makes it a lot easier. And it also gives you the feeling that you're really doing something because you put your body in the way of the destructors. And this feels much more effective than just being concerned and talking about how bad it is. And yeah, the ScientistRebellion, the idea is that like our reputation and the white lab code and our education are privileges, and they are also tools of power, so to say, because writing papers, giving interviews, all of those conventional methods have been heavily pursued for many decades, and they haven't worked out because we don't have a crisis of lack of knowledge, we have a crisis of power, and so we must use these tools, those different tools that we hold in our hands to move forward, because yeah, we have to stop the destruction now, we have to get priorities straight. You know, you can do a lot of for conservation and do lots of great stuff with your research, but if we don't stop the fossil fuel madness, all of this will be palliative care for dying ecosystems. So we have to stop the burning of fossil fuels first, so that all the other things that we've been working for so hard can really unfold their potential to do good for the world. Yes, so I also participated in a couple of actions, for example, roadblocks in Glasgow and in Berlin. And it's always pretty exhausting because it's also a lot of work in the background. But on the other hand, we've been really successful in getting media attention, and with a small group of people, we really made ourselves known, I would say, in Germany. Especially when we leaked the third part of the IPCC report, we suddenly had like interviews in Tagesschau online, which was like a bit mind-blowing and unexpected for us. But ScientistRebellion is now a name, so to say, and it's always surprising like how a small number of people can get media attention and can change something. So, and yeah, we still should grow. And I mean, it's also good to know that from different angles, people are tackling the situation, like Mathis, you just heard, from the legal system. So everyone is working really hard, and there might be a point quite soon when everything comes together and we make a big leap forward. So it's just so hard to keep on doing what we're doing and to keep on pushing. But yeah. Thanks, guys, for organizing. I'm sorry I couldn't be there live, and yeah, thank you very much and for everything you're doing, and it's good to be part of that group.